why don't we play as... Screw it. We'll play as good old Baby Mario for this game. On the booster seat. A kart with excellent handling, pretty good acceleration, and pretty good mini-turbo. Along with being pretty good on off-road. But its max speed is a little low. So the Leaf Cup consists of the tracks Desert Hills, Bowser Castle 3, not Bowser's Castle 3, Bowser Castle 3, DK's Jungle Parkway, and Mario Circuit from Mario Kart Double Dash. Alright, so Desert Hills from Mario Kart DS. We have another desert track with the same Pokies that we saw in the Dry Dry Ruins level. There's even an angry sun in the distance, the same one seen in Super Mario Bros. 3. The pretty infamous enemy. In that game, it is of course, it is the sun that has an angry face that, in certain levels, will literally chase after you. And, if touched, will kill you. So yeah. Pretty angry sun. I mean, I believe that's the enemy's official name anyway. So it makes sense. We even have some windy roads here across these desert hills. It's right in the title. But unfortunately, other than that, there's not really much going on in this track. Except for these enemies in the distance with these hotheads. I believe they are enemies seen in Super Mario World. Wow. At least with a vehicle like the booster seat, because of its super good acceleration, we're able to get back to our max speed pretty quickly, so that we could very easily recover. I'll be honest, if I were to see a booster seat like this with exhaust ports in the back, I'd probably be terrified. I'm just saying. I don't know, I really like the design of this vehicle. It's so goofy that I just love it. Especially with the fact that apparently the top can flap open. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Is there an eject button on that thing? And with even, I believe, roller wheels, which would become a kind of wheel that you could use on any vehicle when Mario Kart 7 and 8 introduced the idea of being able to customize your car with not only different, car bodies, but also different wheels. Anyways, we got a total time of 2 minutes and 50 seconds, a 12-second lead. Anyways, here we are with Bowser Castle 3 from Mario Kart Super Circuit. So yeah, there are at least 3 Bowser Castles in that game. There were 20 tracks in Mario Kart Super Circuit, or at least 20 original tracks to it. So I guess it makes sense that I believe there are 4 Bowser Castles. I could be wrong though. Okay. So of course, like Shy Guy Beach, the other Super Circuit track. There are only 2 Mario Kart Super Circuit tracks in this game, by the way. Because there's 16 retro tracks split across 5 games, they had to distribute them as evenly as they could, which the closest that we have is, you know, there are 4 tracks from Mario Kart 64, 4 tracks from Mario Kart Double Dash, and 4 tracks from Mario Kart DS, along with 2 tracks from the more 2D-ish Mario Kart games with Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart Super Circuit, which makes sense because, you know, these tracks aren't as interesting as especially the N64 and GameCube ones. So it makes a lot of sense that they would do that. That's not saying this track right here isn't interesting. The background's pretty cool with all the thunder clouds with the lightning, along with all these swamps. There's quite a lot going on, honestly, despite the track itself being pretty flat. I like how driving across the graded floors, I guess you could say, have like a different sound to it. It's pretty cool, especially when you have headphones in like I do. There's even a ramp right here. Look at that. It's kind of funny that those, you know, fireballs arise, kind of jump from the ground, even though it's kind of pointless as an obstacle, because if you were to run into them, you'd fall into the lava anyway, so there'd be no point. Unless you use like a mushroom or something, I don't know. Which even then, who would take such a big risk, you know? It's weird. Not very necessary. In that area with all the bumps, it makes more sense to have the fireballs right there. Because that's a situation where you can't actually get hit by them. Getting hit by them in that section is honestly pretty devastating when it happens. Because pretty sure no matter what, you'll be sent straight into the lava. Because, you know, all your momentum will just be at a halt. Or pretty much you'll lose all your momentum. But anyways, we won. It's a pretty large track when I think about it, considering our final time is 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Yeesh. Anyways, the third race of the Leaf Cup is DK's Jungle Parkway from Mario Kart 64. It's even got a steamboat over there. That's interesting. It's even got a bunch of people on there. I believe they were, of course, not in Mario Kart 64, although the steamboat was there in that game, although, of course, a lot less detailed than seen here. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Ugh. We've got a giant jump here, which, unfortunately, you cannot trick off of. It acts similarly to the cannon seen in the DK Summit and Maple Treeway stages. Now, originally in Mario Kart 64, if you kind of got off track, there would actually be coconuts be thrown from the trees, which is kind of funny. It's weird that they didn't bring them back in this game. Oh well. Okay. Now, some of the voice lines in this game can be pretty obnoxious. But, I don't know, that kind of adds to the fun, you know? Kind of adds to the chaos of just listening to Mario Kart. Oh. By the way, whenever a person gets hit by a certain item, like the lightning there, they can drop items. Stuff like, you know, mushrooms can be dropped, along with stuff like shells, bananas, and even a star. Which is pretty cool. I don't know, I always found the concept of the baby characters like Baby Mario to be kind of absurd. Especially in games like this, along with Mario Kart 8, where they went absolutely overboard with it. With Mario Kart 8 for Wii U having 5 baby characters. It got insane. Because, I don't know, having so many is just kind of pointless because they're characters that already exist. I guess they couldn't think of enough ideas for lightweight characters and just thought, what if we took this character and made them younger so that they'll instantly be of a lighter weight? I don't know. They could have gone to the effort of taking other existing Mario characters to make into more lightweight characters rather than making up characters like Baby Daisy. It's dumb. Almost as dumb as the POW block. Alright, we got a final time of 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Came up for any, there's still one more race. I guess because the Bowser Castle track took so long, I have lost all thought of time, I guess. I couldn't keep track of the time. Anyways, last track is Mario Circuit from Mario Kart Double Dash. We got a giant Mario sign over there. That's how you know it's his circuit. Just gotta... Well, I blocked that! Whatever. You also even got a chain chomp over here, similar to the one seen in the Wii Mario Circuit. Along with, of course, Princess Peach's castle over there. With stars on the sign. Or, the side. That's new. And even some piranha plants, which will chomp on you if you get close to them. You've got some hills you can trick off of, that's fun. While dodging Goombas. Huh, Goombas and a chain chomp? Along with these trees, this just looks like the Wii's Mario Circuit. Ugh. It's just another reason why, just another way to show how I'm kind of annoyed by how much the Mario Kart Wii reuses from Double Dash. And this is... Would I say this is one of the bigger... It's one of the bigger offenders of it. With just how similar the two games' Mario Circuits are. They're not the exact same, but they share a lot of similar attributes. Like, you know, these rolly hills aren't in the Wii one. The piranha plants aren't in the Wii one. Also, the trees have faces, by the way, just to let you know. Seems like everything in Super Mario has a face, or just eyes, or whatever. I guess just to have the place seem more friendly, but it raises a lot of questions. Like, if a lot of this material in the Mario universe is made of wood, does that mean that chopping down trees is considered legit murder if these trees apparently have feelings? It makes you think, considering that, you know, they have eyes and a nose, they can smell stuff. They must have a brain too, and a heart. I'm probably looking too deep into this. Alright, anyways, we're done with the Leaf Cup. Did I ever note the fact that the colors of the vehicle changes depending on your character? Yeah, I don't think I ever made that clear. You know, you can see that's clearly the case for Baby Peach and Waluigi behind me. Alright. Okay. Okay, good. That is definitely a different design of Peach's castle in the background compared to the Peach's castle seen in Double Dash. So, there are a lot of differences between Double Dash and Wii's Mario Circuit. But it's just weird that they both have chain chomps, you know? Anyways, we got 2 gold stars for our rank for Leaf Cup. And there we go. We can now play the 50cc Lightning Cup for getting a trophy in the 50cc Leaf Cup. And we even unlocked a new vehicle with the Super Blooper, available for medium weight characters. Alright. Moving along. Well, I'm gonna have to cover every character in this game. So it looks like I gotta do Baby Peach. Also, wait a minute. Is the booster card design... Is the booster seat designed different for different characters? It is! You may notice it got some, it's kind of a curved design on the bottom of the top. That's interesting. Is that the same case for Baby Daisy? It is! That... Oh no, it's also on Koopa Troopa. And Toad. It's just Baby Mario. What's up with that? That's weird. Anyways. How about we do Baby Peach on the Mini Beast? For the 50cc Lightning Cup, which contains the tracks Mario Circuit 3, Peach Gardens, DK Mountain, and Bowser's Castle from Mario Kart 64. Let's do it. So, Mario Circuit 3 from Super Mario Kart. Pretty plain track when you look at it. I mean, at least from an aesthetics point of view. I mean, look at the background. It's just nothing but hills. Pretty simple hills, along with trees. With a green checkerboard design. It doesn't get any simpler than that. We even have background music ripped straight from Super Mario Kart. Which I guess is kind of cool. But I probably would have still preferred a remix of it to, I guess, distinguish itself from the original Super Mario Kart, but whatever. Doesn't really do much to do so, considering, I mean, look at the berries, it's just blocks. By the way, there's a shortcut here. We can use the mushroom to get through. There's something, at least. Okay. Okay, thanks, game. And there's a boost pad right there. Not sure why that's there. I guess because I'm guessing it was in the original game, so I guess they had to include it in this one. Even got warp pipes around, along with oil slicks on the ground. Oh, there's a star on the ground there. That's cool. Probably should have picked it up, but it's too late. I believe the oil slicks were actually the oil there on the oil puddle on the ground was at least supposed to be an item early on in Mario Kart before it officially even became Mario Kart. Because if you don't know, Super Mario Kart wasn't always supposed to be a Mario game. It was supposed to just be a generic kart racer, considering that the main goal behind the development of the game was to make a game like F-Zero that was compatible for multiplayer. Because that was one of the biggest drawbacks of F-Zero, the fact that it was a racing game that was single player only. But then later on they decided to kind of enhance the theme of it by having a bunch of Mario characters, and the rest was history. And there we go, we got a time of 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Moving along. We got Peach Gardens from Mario Kart DS. We started right off with seeing a topiary of Mario himself and a bunch of chain chomps roaming around rather than being on a whatchamacallit. Now, of course, going through those flower beds will slow you down, but you could probably use a mushroom to get through it to do some pretty cool shortcuts. Now, you can actually find item boxes behind the chain chomps as they roam down these hedges, or hedge mazes, I guess, although not really mazes, but whatever. We even have Monty moles jumping from the ground. So that's something you gotta dodge. I believe, yes, Monty moles are seen in another track in this game, Moo Moo Meadows. So, this is one of the first tracks, so it's been a while since we've seen those, you know. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I must say, Peach has got a pretty large garden. Although, I don't even... That's not even Peach's castle, is it? Unless it's just the back of it. which would make sense. It looks more like a mansion to me. Kind of like Daisy's mansion and Daisy Circuit. Makes you think, doesn't it? I believe you can travel to the right from the area we were just at with the Mariotopia area, but it doesn't really do anything. In fact, it of course probably slows you down. Because why would you go around to the next area? We could just go through in order to go to it, you know? It's kind of pointless if you ask me. But I guess it's there just for aesthetic's sake. Because it's cool, I guess. Look at the size of those doors, my god. You see that? Those are not your normal average human doors. But I understand that some mansions or castles might have pretty large doors, but it's still distracting, I must say, considering that Princess Peach's castle in Super Mario 64, that's a pretty normal sized doors. So it's just weird to see here. Anyways, our third track is DK Mountain from Mario Kart Double Dash. We have another, not only another DK jungle themed track, similar to DK's Jungle Parkway, but we also have another DK themed track with a cannon, where we take a cannon and travel down a mountain. Sound familiar? And let's take the mountain once again, as we have a volcano that looks pretty angry, if you ask me. I wouldn't mess with it. But we're gonna drive down it. Hope it doesn't drive him crazy. Ha ha ha! They even spruce this place up in this game with some half pipes to go about. Probably not best of us to take them, because probably slow us down considering how long it takes to actually drive to them, you know? It's best to just take the inner curves. And we got a bridge right here. Pretty bumpy one if you ask me. Probably be pretty easy to fall off. Even got a giant sign that says DK Cannon, just to make it a little more clear that up ahead is indeed a DK Cannon. Okay. I was getting tired of holding the D-pad anyway. And of course these ramps kind of make going back to Double Dash and playing this track feel awkward. The fact that, wow, all you're doing is just driving off of these ramps. You're not doing anything cool like tricking. You know, there's kind of no point to them. You don't really gain anything from driving off of them in a game like that. It's kind of part of why the tricks in this game were such a huge inclusion, you know? Probably, arguably, the biggest. Aside from maybe bikes, you know. just realized, isn't it weird that there's more tracks in this game that are themed around DK than there are around characters like Luigi or Peach, you know? There's also 4 Mario Circuits in this game, I just now realized. There's Wii Mario Circuit, there's N64 Mario Raceway, there's SNES Mario Circuit, and there's Double Dash Mario Circuit. That's a little weird. I don't know if that was intentional, honestly. You know? But anyways, we're done. We only have one more track to go in 50cc. That being Bowser's Castle from Mario Kart 64. Of course, we got more thwomps, just like the last Bowser course we played, and a whole bunch of lava. And a giant Bowser statue up ahead. There's always a Bowser statue. You know, of course, Bowser's the villain. He's got to have I guess, a bit of narcissism in him, just to make him a little more evil. There's even a thwomp in that jail cell over there. I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know what he did. I always like the music in this track. It just fits the mood of a Bowser course so well. Also, I guess it kind of makes sense to have a choir track for, you know, technically the final course in the game. Of course, having it this dark and grueling makes a lot of sense. We even have this last part where we can do some tricks. I don't know, I forget if there was even ramps in general there in Mario Kart 64. I think there was. I definitely know the boost pad ramp was there in Mario Kart 64, but I don't know about everything else. And what's really weird is that, of course, the thwomps are silent here. They are not in Mario Kart 64, they actually laugh. Which is weird, as I'm pretty sure it's one of the few instances in all of Mario where the thwomps actually have a voice. Which is just so weird to think about, because like I don't think they ever did again afterwards. Uh-oh. I like how obvious it is to tell that the music just looped. There's a slight pause right where the music loops. That's funny. Maybe the ramps were there in the drops were there in Mario Kart 64. Now that I think about it, I think they were. Well, maybe that evil laugh you just heard does represent the thwomps. I don't know. I never thought about it much as a kid. And we got smushed by a thwomp. Great. And we've been shrunk. Even better. And we got hit by a blue shell. Even better. Man, I love this game. Not sure why that room we just went through exists. Just a small little room with a bridge and lava. I know it's a racetrack, I shouldn't think too much about it, but It's still kind of weird to think about the logistics of everything, which I don't think you're supposed to be fair. Oh, we got more lava geysers. Watch out for those. You're gonna have to plan out exactly where you're gonna launch yourself from that speed ramp. And we're done. With a time of 4 minutes and 8 seconds. A near full minute lead. Yeesh. I know it's 50cc, it's supposed to be easy, but come on! Okay, we definitely need to unlock more vehicles. It's weird. It seems like every single result screen, or results cutscene that we have so far, at least 2 of the players have the exact same vehicle. It's weird. But anyways, we got first place with a rank of 3 gold stars. And we even have a special cutscene considering we pretty much completed all of 50cc. And we even get credits. Shigeru Miyamoto, of course. Hideki Kono. Maybe we get a little cutscene in the background while we see the credits go by. Of the racer we just played as. Cruising along Luigi's Circuit. With an evening sky, which I believe is not accessible outside of this cutscene. That is something I kind of want to see, a Mario Kart game where the sky is able to change, you know? Or like have different versions of each of the tracks. Kind of like how Mario Party 6 had 2 different versions of every minigame in the game, depending on whether it was day or night on the main board. Should do something like that for Mario Kart, you know? Have different times of day for each track. That would be cool. Just, you know, to give them some more visual flair, I guess. But who knows, I might be asking for too much. Considering how many people worked on this game, I'm sure it's possible. Especially with people like Yoko Fukuda. And didn't have time to read the other one. There's actually a second part of the credits, actually, that actually shows, rather than in-game graphics, shows some full motion video of some gameplay of the game, highlighting a whole bunch of the characters. You can tell it's full motion video because 1, it's not in widescreen for some reason, and 2, every single time you go through these credits, it shows the exact same stuff. There he is, Charles Martinet, Sam Kelly, Deanna Mustard, all the voices you know and love, along with all these other voices. To be fair, there are a lot of characters in this game, so I can kind of see why there'd be so many voice actors. The Super Mario Club, eh? Leslie Swan, there she is. She was the voice of Princess Peach in Super Mario 64. Kind of funny that she worked at Nintendo for so long. Apparently 2 people managed the European localization. Interesting. Now, we are going to see these end credits every single time we clear a custom class, so this isn't going to be the last time we see the credits, so probably the last time we see them will probably be when I really get into my thoughts on this game. But for now, we'll get a glimpse at all the credits. I think you can skip it, I do know that. Satoru Iwata, may God rest his soul. All rights, including the copyrights of game, scenario, music, and program reserved by Nintendo. And there we go, we get a little congratulations screen with our Mii alongside Mario and Princess Peach. Do you want to send a commemorative photo to the Wii message board? Sure. The commemorative photo has been sent to the Wii message board. Alrighty. If you send too many commemorative photos, the space allotted for data on the Wii message board will fill up. When the Wii message board is full, the system will delete messages to free up space, starting from the oldest available. Okay. Please continue to enjoy Mario Kart Wii. Why, thank you, game. That's very nice of you to say. By the way, we unlocked Diddy Kong for winning the Lightning Cup on 50cc. Of course, we now get to play as Donkey Kong's trusty nephew. And we even unlocked a new small kart, the Cheap Charger, for scoring a gold star in the entire Retro Grand Prix on 50cc. And we even are allowed to play at 50cc with karts and bikes for winning trophies and all cups on 50cc. Well, that's nice. We probably aren't going to play 50cc again, so it's a bit pointless, but whatever, you know. I guess it's for those that want to get higher ranks, because it didn't say anything about getting gold star ranks like I already did. So, I guess there's that. Anyways, we are now done with Grand Prix. We now have 100cc to go through with bikes only, which we will do next time. Alright, I'll see you then.